What up, YouTube? Daniel4619. Just woke up. I don't know, it seems like maybe the only time I'll be able to do this today. Got some things going on. A little bit of housekeeping, well, for the channel. Actually, that phrase right there, housekeeping, I borrowed that from Because I'm Carlos. Anyway, I'm gonna go over, there was this one video I did, right? FlipperNitty. I'll put the link in the description. And for that video, like, I know I'm a peon with the YouTube, you know, in the hobby. See, in the hobby, everybody is somebody and everybody's equal, right? But when you get on YouTube, there's a higher anarchy, a hierarchy, you know, with views and subs and all that. But, and I know I'm, you know, I'm not going to be YouTube famous and all that. I never tried to be. Anyway, but I don't know. It's important to me, so that's why I'm doing this video. So, and I did FlipperNitty, right? And what I was thinking is, I was thinking of some of the videos at that time when the market was going stupid. It was going crazy high. And, I was listening to different information that people were saying on different videos, and I combined it all to make that video. I grabbed a few points here and there, but here's some of them. Because I'm Carlos, he had one night in his, I guess, live chat, his show, very great show. Have nothing but great things to say about Carlos. I'll send his link. And you know, while I got it on my mind, okay, I'm on doing a video. Okay. So, while hardly anybody watches my videos, there could be one person that watches my videos that I send them the link to Because I'm Carlos, and they go to his show, and could be a valuable asshat to his show. Anyway, you just never know. You never know. So he had a show, and somebody told him in his show, or he was explaining, there's this person in the market that thinks sports cards is just, it's always going up. There's never going to be a hump or a dip or nothing. That's like a rocket to the moon. And he used that phrase, we are not in, he goes, this guy doesn't think we're in a baseball game, we're not in the ninth inning, or we're not. And that's where I use that whole inning stuff. I said, we're not in the ninth inning and all that, FlipperNitty. And while I got it on my mind, when I go to Because I'm Carlos's, so not that I got multi personalities or nothing, but when I go to Because I'm Carlos, before I click that button to go into his show to comment or anything, or to watch it, I get like a serious game face. Like I'm real serious, and I'm like, okay, what is he talking about? What is the subject? And then if I have something that could be a good question or a comment, then I'll comment. And I'm kind of, I don't know, I'm either more reserved or I'm just very serious there, more serious. Because the way he runs his show, he's got an agenda, he's got all this, and you're not going to sidetrack him, I'll tell you that. So very focused, but so I don't leave anything out. I kind of contradicted myself in that tie knitting video, because I said This isn't the ninth inning. And I said, one time I watched a game, 18 innings. Well, the next phrase is I said something about don't listen to these naysayers. You don't have to watch the game to collect sports cards. Well, I'll go into that too, but the 18th inning, yeah, me and my wife, we watched this game. I don't know who was playing, whatever, but it was 18 innings. We watched the whole thing on TV, and they had, I mean, it's like the game couldn't end. They ran out of all their pitchers. They had the first base guy pitch, and the manager, he was just like, get out of there. He threw a couple pitches. He goes, he's no good. Well, they had this outfielder. I remember the game ending on one ending with there was this outfielder. He goes, I'm gonna pitch. And they threw that outfielder in there, and he goes, watch this. And he started like striking out some people, and the last person he struck out on the third strike, he goes, watch this. And he threw a curveball, and it was a hard curveball. He was just being goofy and just like, yeah, watch this, bam, and struck him out. And the announcer actually said, he goes, I can't make this stuff up. The outfielder just struck out people. He goes, I can't make this stuff up. Like, he was serious about it. So anyway, that whole ninth inning stuff I used in the video. I'm doing a video. Is I got that from Because I'm Carlos. Anyway, so then, and I'll leave his link. So Ed Westergriff, he said in one of his videos, I'll try to find that exact video. I think I could find it. I don't know. But he said when he went to a Philly show, he said, I don't think these people are watching the game. They're not watch the game. These people aren't watching the game. And then someone commented and said, they're watching the highlights, Ed. He goes, no, they're not even watching the highlights. I think he might have used some more colorful words, but anyway. And then that's where I used on FlipperNitty. I said, you don't listen to these naysayers. You don't have to watch the game. Look, if you never saw the video, you could see the FlipperNitty video. And when FlipperNitty comes on, if you're like annoyed or it's not funny after the first 10 seconds or 30 seconds he's on, then turn it off. 'Cause anyway, then it's not for you. But so I said, you gotta slam in my video. I said, you gotta slam these Pelican cases down on, I don't know, in front of the dealers or intimidate them and all that. And I was kind of using that from Ed. It might have been the Friday before I got there at the Philly show. I got there on the Saturday. I went to the Saturday one, or it must have been another show. But he saw somebody put a Pelican case down. Like somebody was putting down their money to buy something, to offer something for a card. And this Pelican flipper guy just threw his Pelican case right down on the money. And while I know a majority of etiquettes now of the hobby, I've learned trial by fire, baptism by fire, but there might be a few out there I don't know. But I do remember when I did go to the Philly show with Ed, there was something I saw, and I just like, it was actually so bad, I couldn't even believe I saw that. Like, it was one of these new people, like, just straight up cut somebody and goes, hey, you want to buy this or that? I don't know. It was just, I was like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, I couldn't even believe what I saw. It was that bad. But it's one of those moments I'll never forget. But, so, oh, and then in the video, so Ed, I'll leave his link, does great stuff. Great videos, ton of knowledge. I wish Because I'm Carlos and Ed Westergriff, I wish I knew 20 or 30% of what they know of the hobby. I mean, man, ton of knowledge with the hobby. Then when FlipperNitty says in my video, leave some meat on the bone, leave some meat on the bone. I actually never heard that until I clicked on, until I listened to one of the IRP Instant Revolution podcasts. And they mentioned that in there, that somebody says, yeah, you got to leave some meat on the bone or something. So I used that in my video. But anyway, that's all I got. I know I bring tons of positive. I only talk positive usually. What is it? You don't got nothing bad to say, don't say it at all. Actually, with this entire hobby, I only have problem with one person, but I really don't have any problems with them because I don't associate myself with them anymore, or or do any kind of trades with them or anything like that, transactions. Actually, I made it 2 weeks without selling any cards, so am I going through withdrawals? I don't know, but doing pretty good on that. But so anyway, that's all that. I'll leave the link for Instant Revolution podcast too. You never know, there might be just one person that watches this. So here's some merino cards. I picked up some merino. I'm kind of doing this. I'm not claiming I'm doing some sort of gigantic merino showcase PC or one day or something, but I'll collect what I collect, and if one day, it could be a year, 2, 5, it could be 5 years from now, and I happen to look at my collection and say, oh, I actually do have a ton of stuff. Then if I say, wow, this is enough to do a showcase video, then I'll do it. But if that ever happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then 1995 refractor merino. This is Topps. Not Topps Chrome, just Topps. That's pretty cool. But yeah, refractor, man. And these refractors look a lot different than the ones nowadays. I picked up some merino stuff, and I just got what looks cool to me. Whether it's rare or not, I don't know. I mean, some of the stuff I looked into, some of it. I mean, there's one card. I don't know if I'll get it or not, but there's one card I know I want to get that's rare. I might be out of the price point for it. I don't know. This card's weird. I don't know. Some 90s cards, I could say, man, they should have been in the 80s. Remember 80s had weird fashions and stuff? My brother had turquoise shoes, Vision streetwear, turquoise suede, skateboard shoes. I mean, 80s was just so radical. I love the 80s, but figures. But anyway, some of these 90s cards, I said, man, they look so awesome and weird. They could have been in the 80s. But like this card, this would be a perfect 80s card. But I have to go back and look. But I think there is some strange 80s stuff with sports cards. And it's like the edges like light up. But Bright Lights, Dan Marino EX, 1999. I don't know. I just think, as weird as it's like, it looks like a weird card, but it's cool. I don't know. It's still. So I'm just picking up now. I'm trying to do a. So this is what it looks like when you got a sleeve, a case, and a top loader and all that. And let's see if it looks a lot better with nothing on it. So yeah, that looks a lot better than all that stuff on it. This is, I think, a condition sensitive card. See the embroidery? I'm gonna get it. See that? Right there, Ultra Star. So that pops out. This pops out. Not embroidered, embossed. But yeah, but yeah, cool looking card. Very happy to get this in my collection. Ultra, this is 1997. Fleer Company, Fleer Ultra. I remember getting some Fleer Ultra back in, oh, well, that was, man, it was just, that might have been the first, during my first run of collecting when I was a little boy, probably. Oh, man, I don't know. You get my age and it just seems like life and time just all comes together or something. But I remember picking up some Fleer packs and that Ultra. I think they even had the 13, the special rare 13 cards. Something about, I remember, I think Ken Griffey Jr. Man, I remember picking up some Fleer. Might have been in my see, I started in 2005, but then, nah, it couldn't have been in the 80s, so it probably was in. But, yeah, I started in 2005, late 2005, early 2006, collecting cards, but there was a stint there in the 80s from like, I don't know what it was. I got that, what was my first baseball card at 87, something. I don't know, somewhere in the 80s, but yeah, so I must have been 8, 9, 10 years old or something. Then I just got out of it until 2005. So I skipped the 90s. So it's like, I mentioned that before. Now I'm picking up cards that I watch the players on TV a lot, and but I just wasn't collecting at that time. So now and some of them are, I don't know, with the way prices goes with ultra modern stuff, probably the prices ain't that bad if you compare the two. I don't know. Anyway, all right, so that's all I got. Wow, 17-minute video, but I just wanted to get that out. So I'm good to go. All right.